What's up, Foxtrotters? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, hello. It's nice to see you all again. You guys look great. Yes, you person sitting in traffic who's so full of road rage because you can't believe how bad the traffic's gotten over the last 10 years and you just caught a glimpse of yourself in the rearview mirror and you scared yourself. Yes, you also look great. I hope everyone's having a great day. I am. I've just had a really busy day of getting a lot of stuff done. You know, just we have these days now and then where you just have to adult and you got to do the thing. And that's what today was for me. And now here we are and I can't wait. I have an r/anti-MLM trash video that I think is a winner, but I think they're always a winner. I open up the subreddit and I just start laughing. So I hope you all are excited and ready to watch some r/anti-MLM trash with me. Facebook Live caught their true reactions to the delicious keto coffee. Look at the two gals in the middle, especially the blonde. Terrible poker face. She's 2 seconds away from spitting that back into her cup and hoping no one noticed. Oh, she's probably in front of like hundreds of people, right? It's probably some sort of convention. Her entire downline's probably there watching her, and she's like, oh my god, this tastes terrible. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Oh, and also coffee on its own, if you just drink straight black coffee and you add no sugar, no cream or milk to it, then it is already a keto item, right? Isn't that correct? Correct me below if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure coffee, black coffee, is already keto. I don't know. I feel like selling a coffee labeled keto is just so ridiculous. I don't know. They're just playing on what they know is a trend at the moment. If they know that a lot of people are thinking about doing keto or have done keto, they're gonna just slap that on everything to be like, oh, that'll make them want to buy it. If we say keto, they're on it. Oh, this is gonna be good. Molecular biologist versus Hun. There are no vitamins in the country clinically proven to make you lose weight. There are a few FDA-approved prescription weight loss medications, but the criteria to actually get them is insanely strict. The only OTC one is a mild version of Orlistat called Ally that helps block some fat absorption. Unfortunately, I would love a weight loss vitamin. Yeah, I think most of us feel the same.
Actually, there are tons of all-natural, clinically proven ingredients that can go into vitamins to give you the boost you sometimes need. The testimonials and results I have from dozens of customers help as well. I'd be happy to send you the studies and the information for the product I'm referring to, love. Otherwise, I don't want to flood Carrie's timeline, LOL.
Please send me the studies. I'm a molecular biologist, and I'm very curious to see how they support their findings. I'm going to just assume that there was nothing sent back. I don't know how you're going to argue with a molecular? Sure. Yeah, whatever. A molecular biologist. It's just, just like stay in your own lane. Okay, so I think it's interesting that the person in the biologist with the initial statement made a very clear, very, like, it sounds very educated, right? Like when I read that, when I read it to myself, and maybe you heard as well, like it sounds like it's coming from someone who knows what they're talking about. It doesn't sound like someone who just went on Google or Wikipedia and is just spitting stuff out. Like it sounds pretty legit. And then the response back,
Actually...
Okay, all right. And then they had to actually say, I'm a molecular biologist, and then, like, go figure, there's probably crickets after that. Like, oh, wait, you actually have credentials? Never mind. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, and I've heard of that Ally stuff, and I've heard that it does work to a degree, but you still have to, like, eat well and exercise. And yeah, you just have to, you know, basically still maintain a healthy diet and all that stuff. So, but I guess it can help a little. But yeah, there's nothing that exists that's like an instant weight loss pill. I mean, things did exist back in the 80s and 90s, but none of that stuff's legal for very good reason. But yeah, there's a reason why we don't have that stuff. There's a reason why it's so heavily regulated and hard to get, you know. Oh, these Huns. Oh, for heaven's sakes, more medical claims. Great. Oh, Young Living oils can dissolve blood clots now. That's outstanding. So it can absorb into your skin and then go all the way through into your vein where it can dissolve a blood clot. Hospitals are like, maybe you've heard of them. I don't know. They're kind of these large establishments meant for medical treatment, full of medical professionals, et cetera, right? I just feel like if there was something that dissolved blood clots that easily as just rubbing it on the surface of whatever and then blood clot gone, I feel like that the hospitals would be all over that, right? I feel like that they would be on the forefront of blood clot dissolving technology if it were to exist in this fashion. And I know with hospitals, blood clots are a big thing. People who have surgeries who then have to be laid up afterwards, right? You can get blood clots in your legs, all sorts of reasons people can get blood clots. They can be a dangerous thing because they dislodge and then they go and they land in like your heart or your brain and boom, you're dead. Like it's awful and it's so quick when it happens. And it's a very serious medical condition. And again, to attempt to make it appear like it's easy to eliminate via rubbing a Young Living oil on it is it's abominable. I don't have any other word for it. It's a terrible thing to do. Whoa. Wow. Oh, this is Color Street. Okay, so I thought Color Street was makeup. I guess not. It is nail press-on things. Like, what is it? Jamberry. Jamberry is another one of those MLMs that sells those nail sticker things that you're supposed to, you cut to the shape of your nail or not in this case. Okay, I see what she was going for, and props to that. When it comes to nails, I know that it's like you got to start somewhere, right? No one's really good at nails starting off, or at least very few people are. But it took me well into my 30s, just into this last couple years, where I started thinking like, wow, I'm actually pretty good at painting my nails. And that was me actively choosing to paint my nails all the time to kind of like make myself get good at it. So like these things take time. I understand. I guess if I were going to a convention that was trying to sell this stuff, I would definitely try to do my best work, not have the sticker on her finger or peeling off. Like you can see at the top of the pointer finger, it's already peeling. Like for real though, I see what she was going for, and I think it really could have looked nice. I would have been fooled. Like I said, I don't use those nail sticker things, so I know nothing about them. I am pretty basic with my nail polish. Well, I love lots of different colors, but I don't do the nail art life. I'm a simple creature, at least in that regard. Plus, I'm also just not that talented. Maybe that's the truth. I'm just not that talented. But yeah, I see what she was going for, but it just I don't think it worked like how she thought it had worked, and I feel like a jerk saying that, but come on. Ah, yes, the wild, mythical Mary Kay pink Cadillac in that weird, super soft shell pink color with the Mary Kay logo down at the bottom of the door, just in case you missed it. Yeah, they're out there. It's weird when you see them, though. It's like, especially once you know what they are, because the person driving it. You just know her life is just not easy. She's probably not having a wonderful time. She's probably giving off the impression she's having a wonderful time, but she's probably not having a wonderful time. Or at least very few of the people who work in those companies are. People at the very top are having a great time because they're in a swimming pool of money, and that's just fun. Seriously? How insensitive. From a woman with a missing daughter in my town. Hope she returns safely. Please do not send me a friend request if I don't know you personally or if you aren't following blank's missing persons case. I am being liberal with accepting friend requests right now because if someone has info and they message me, I don't want it going to a filtered inbox where I don't get a notification. I want messages to come through quickly because time is important when dealing with a missing person. However, if you are sending me a friend request and then sending me sales pitches for your MLM or messaging me some nonsense like a wave, you are wasting my time and taking away from us finding blank, and I will remove you. I am not interested in buying anything. I am not interested in joining anything, and I am married, so the creepy wave is just creepy. Thank you. I don't know what the wave thing is, but That doesn't surprise me. I'm pretty out of touch. So if anyone knows what that means, feel free to let me know. I did try to Google it. There is an MLM called LifeWave. I don't think it's the same thing. But regardless, this is what I'm talking about when I feel bad, because I tried to not defend Huns, but I try to see the big picture. And then stuff like this is in that category of like, I can't defend this. There's nothing I could say. I'm sorry, this is a terrible thing to do. Just like the people who post on depression forums or on forums for people who've lost children, like I don't have a lot of sympathy for those particular people because I don't know. I feel like the people who I've been talking to who have gotten out of MLMs, like some of you who have emailed me, you all seem like people who wouldn't do those things anyway. So I think there's a special kind of person that is capable of doing that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I guess it's just the reality of the world that we live in. A lot of people are good. We have more commonalities than differences, but unfortunately, some people just don't have boundaries and can do terrible things. And this is one of them. Finally, an MLM I can get behind. Who wants to be their own #boss babe and join my doggo rescue team? I like all of the emojis. Just all of them. They're no rhyme or reason. They're just all there. Okay, hear me out. A pyramid scheme where I rescue 5 dogs, then I recruit 5 people to rescue 5 dogs each, and so on, until all the dogs have been rescued. Yeah, this is great. As long as no one has to buy in or anything like that, and it's like, you just go for it, then yeah, I totally support this. This is definitely the kind of MLM I can get behind. This is using multi-level marketing ethically, with a lot of moral standing behind it, and yeah, I approve. Rescue all the doggos. We don't need your crappy makeup or your terrible leggings. We need to rescue some dogs. Hear, hear. I managed to cut off which MLM this was for. I think it might have been Arbonne. But anyway, okay. So let's look at their requirements. Must be 18 or older. No boss. Create your own schedule. Uncapped pay. Unlimited bonuses. The only requirement I see there is must be 18 or older. How are any of the other ones requirements? Well, I guess technically no boss could be a requirement. Like, you must be sans boss to have this job. Like, well, yeah, okay. You quit your job and when work over here. Okay, I guess that's a requirement. You can't have a real job. I don't see how creating your own schedule is a requirement. Like, uncapped pay, unlimited bonuses. You have to be okay with having uncapped pay. Can you handle that? Like, wow, I think I just might, but... Oh, and then the caption below. I don't know if you could see it on the screen there, but
now hiring. Now trial distributor spots open. No quotas, no contracts. Try it. If it's not for you, there are 0 fees to stop and 0 commitments. Try it, and if it's for you, then you make the money.
She didn't put the Y there, so it's just money. Oh, and cut off at the bottom, but it looks like she says, and we become BFFs. Oh, good. I love that fake friend stuff with these MLMs too, that fake family stuff. Oh, yeah. You love this person. You love your downline so much. Yeah, of course you love them. As long as they're paying your bills, you love them a lot. Oh, my God. When I woke up this morning and my head first popped off the pillow, the very first thought that popped into my head was, I wonder what else LuLaRoe could possibly do to disrespect, discredit, and degrade mothers across the country further. Like, what else could there possibly be? I don't know. But then I opened Reddit, and I saw this. And I thought, oh, well done, LuLaRoe. You've done it. You've one-upped yourself even further. I just don't want this for these women. I don't want that for them. Like, like when you have a new baby, there's already so much going on already, whether or not it's your first or like your 5th. Like, it's just a busy time, and to be wrapped up in an MLM, to have an MLM have its claws around your throat, so to speak, it's just, oh God, my heart, it like hurts. I stopped an Amway takeover at work, and I need to tell someone because I am proud. We're proud of you too. It all started 2 months ago. I saw my boss get a package delivered at work with Amway written on it. In my head, I promptly flipped the heck out because my boss is smart and I adore him and I didn't know what to do. We have a fridge in our office that is for drinks only, and the next day, these random energy drinks were fully stocked. It wasn't until I put two and two together that I realized this is some Amway garbage drink. I asked my boss about it and he said, "Oh yeah, our coworker Matt told me about this and he's a nice guy, so I thought I'd help him out and order some of his drinks." My boss makes 6 figures and he's insanely generous with his money, so this did not surprise me. He goes on to tell me that Matt set up this account for him on Amway and put it on a reoccurring order, but my boss promptly stopped it because the drinks were terrible and Matt kept coming up to him and talking about buying more. So Matt comes into my office and goes on and on about these drinks one day. "You gotta try them. They're the best." And I said, "So they're better for you than Red Bull? Red Bull has that XYZ ingredient and it's terrible for you." Turns out this drink had the same ingredient and he tried to tell me the benefits and told me to try the drink. I admit I made up some lame excuse and said no. He kept approaching me about the drink and I kept telling him no. I wasn't going to say anything, but then I see Matt huddled up in the conference room with another coworker pitching Amway. I still didn't say anything, but then stuff hit the fan. I have a very sweet coworker who just went through a terrible divorce. She is a single mom, has a supportive boyfriend, and she told me about these business classes she's been going to. Immediately, I got suspicious. I said, "Business classes?" Lo and behold, Matt had recruited from within my company and had recruited the worst possible person to recruit, a single mom struggling to make ends meet. He and his upline wined and dined her and they helped her with her finances and helped her budget so that they could buy all of her vitamins through Amway and save money. When I heard this, I again flipped out inside my head. I was at a work function, so I couldn't tell her that then and there, but after work, I texted her and asked her if I could be honest with her. She said yes, and I spilled the beans on Amway. I sent her articles, especially the most recent one on Huffington Post. She and her boyfriend had no idea, and they promptly quit it. And then I went to my GM, and let's just say that anyone who attempts to recruit for Amway and sell their stuff in my office again will be handed their walking papers. I have never been so proud of myself because I know that this sub genuinely saved one of my dear friends a ton of money and heartache. I am so thankful that Amway is gone in my workplace, and I couldn't have done it without y'all. And then here is the Huffington Post article posted below. Wow, thanks OP. What a good story, and congratulations for getting that out of your workplace. That was good for you, and really you did that woman and her boyfriend a huge favor. And you were right. They really picked the worst person, or in their mind, that's the perfect person to recruit, right? Someone who is very vulnerable for many reasons. That's their perfect target because they can squeeze the most out of that person. So you really did a good thing there, and I appreciate that you kind of went about it in a very responsible way. You went and you talked. You didn't just go and attack Matt, right? Because that wouldn't have done anything. I like how you went and talked to the gal and her boyfriend, and I like how you spoke to your GM. I think that was very smart how to do that, and well on you. Yeah, I'm proud of you. I think we all are. Yeah, everyone's very proud of you. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely you get many pats on the back, and you should take yourself out for an ice cream, maybe 2.
Finally became the CEO my parents always wanted me to marry. Shrug. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm on a trip right now because I can finally announce my partnership as an independent consultant with Arbonne. More to come on what it is and why I am doing this, but for now, I just want to share in my excitement for this next step in my life. I finally feel like I'm not settling for anything and that I am taking control over my own life. What a great feeling! Hashtag Arbonne, hashtag Arbonne Consultant, hashtag happiness, hashtag boss babe, hashtag CEO life, hashtag head to the top, hashtag team.
Okay, first of all, how are you headed to the top if you're already the CEO? It's kind of conflicting, don't you think? I don't know. Something in your statements don't match up, but like, what do I know, right? Also, the very first statement, what the heck? Why did you just throw your parents under the bus like that? Like, this is all somehow their fault? Like, what? Why and what? And I don't know, the whole, like,
finally became the CEO my parents always wanted me to marry. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Like, it just seems like such a young person thing to do, to want to like stick it to your parents, right? Like, that's what that one strikes me as. That whole first sentence, just immediately I'm like, this must be someone who's very young. They are new to this whole thing, this whole like work life, you know, and they maybe are very naive. Not maybe, they are very naive. And I also really I just need to touch back on, you are not a CEO. I am so sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news in your life, but I mean, come on. You have to be, somewhere in your brain, you must acknowledge that any company that immediately promotes you to CEO cannot possibly be legitimate. If everybody is CEOs, then who is working for the company? Like, that does not add up. It does not add up at all. Local Hun can no longer afford her free car, but still sells Mary Kay. Screenshot was taken today, so she must have been trying to sell for a long time.
Premium luxury has to be painted, so if someone buys by May 15th, they will get to choose the color they want. There have been no accidents, and there is no damage to the vehicle, and the mileage is mostly from long trips. It will definitely be detail cleaned and spotless before purchased. Message me to set a time to come look at the vehicle. Most dealers are selling the same vehicle for $29,500 and up. This price is non-negotiable, as it will cover the paint job as well.
Oh boy. Okay, so first of all, I did not realize that Mary Kay literally owned that color of paint. Okay, so if you have to resell the vehicle, it must be repainted because that color can't belong to anyone but a Mary Kay consultant, right? At least that's what I'm gathering from that. And then also, I'm confused as to how they came into possession of the car and then now they have to resell it. Like, I am confused on what that means. So it obviously wasn't free. I know in the Arbonne video, I misspoke at one point regarding the white Mercedes, the Arbonne Mercedes. I had said that they were renting them, but they were leasing them. So I apologize for misspeaking on that. But I'm wondering, is this something similar? Like, I only have ever owned one car, and it's the one car I still own that I bought myself. I love my car. It's the first thing I ever bought on my own, and I am proud of her. But anyway, so I'm not familiar with leasing and how any of that actually works. So if anyone understands what's going on here, can you let me know below? But either way, this is a terrible thing for this Hun to have to get rid of her vehicle and still is selling the product that is clearly not paying for her life. Like, she clearly can't afford her car payments, which is tragic. I mean, the car from the company that she's working for, and she can't even make the payments. Like, ugh, what a mess. What an absolute mess. Girl, lost what weight and where? Like, you look fine as you are. You totally do. So, like, why are you lying? The second photo, you just have your hair down, you have a different shirt on, and you're standing at a completely different angle. You have like one of your shoulders kind of pushed back, and you have your hips pitched forward to create a slimmer angle. Like, why are you lying? Stop lying. Because by doing this, you're going to play off other people's insecurities, and maybe they're going to buy this stuff because they're going to think it worked for you when all you're doing is standing differently. Like, you didn't. And the fact that you didn't list your weight loss or inches lost anywhere on this at all, it's just day 1 to 30 and we're supposed to guess that they look really different, you know? Like, the fact that you didn't post any other evidence just proves to me that you didn't lose anything. Nothing changed. And I'm not trying to be like that person, but it also looks like your hair is significantly longer in the second photo than on the first photo. Granted, your hair could be in a messy bun, totally possible, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, I'm just smelling something here and it doesn't add up, like, at all. This Hun saying now hiring like she's conducting interviews for a real job and not manipulating stay-at-home moms into blowing their savings on keeping product stock for potential buyers.
Now hiring. I'm currently hiring social media marketers. Work your own hours from home or anywhere you have Wi-Fi access. We now live in a digital age. You can earn $500 to $2,000 plus monthly, all from your phone, just like I do. No experience needed. I'll teach and train you one-on-one how to be successful. Drop an emoji for more info. Only serious inquiries. Limited positions available.
Wow, yeah, that whole FOMO thing, right? The fear of missing out, that whole now hiring, I keep seeing this everywhere. Now hiring for they're always hiring in an MLM. They're never not hiring. It is one big hiring pull. There's never like just a couple slots. They're not like legitimately taking applications and reading resumes. No. They're like, do you have a pulse? Perfect, sign up. That's it. This is such a joke. Oh, and the whole like only serious inquiries, limited positions available. Like, stop. Limited positions where? Nuh-uh. It's unlimited positions. You think that an MLM's going to turn away potential consultants? No, absolutely not. If someone wants to buy in, they're going to take your money. Oh, heck yeah. Oh gosh, and also $500 a month is not exactly good money. It depends on how much you're working. Like, are you barely working at all and just like $500 shows up? Like, okay, that's cool. Are you working your butt off and $500 is showing up? Not cool, There's just a lot of things here left open-ended. Now hiring, please. It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the video, folks. It's time for Wholesome Moment of the Day. Let's see who you guys sent over. First up, we have our first chicken friend, and this is Monster Truck. Great name. And this was sent over by, okay, now there was no name that I could see attached in the email other than what the username for the email. So this was sent over by Caesar Salad. Thank you. Please feel free to comment below. I'm sure you have another name that is not Caesar Salad, but if it is Caesar Salad, that's awesome. I love Caesar Salad. In fact, I ate one today for lunch. It was awesome. Anyway, Monster Truck is the boss chicken, and her hobbies include eating, exploring, eating, hiding under bushes, and eating. She never stops clucking and even pooped on her human once. Besides the pooping on the human thing, I was going to say my days look pretty similar. Anyway, thank you so much for sending this over. Next up, we have Beauregard, and this was sent over by Danny. Thank you so much, Danny, for sending this over. First of all, the picture is incredible. You should get that on a shirt. You should put that on mugs. Outstanding. 10 out of 10. Anyway, Beauregard was adopted a year ago from the Humane Society after Danny's beloved cat Thomas passed away. Danny found herself struggling with depression and grief and needed a new friend. Enter Beauregard, who was given up 3 times before landing his forever home with Danny, where he gets to have all the cuddles. Thank you so much, Danny, for sending this. I love this story and the picture. Last but not least, we have Poppy, and this was sent over by Amy. Thank you so much, Amy, for sending this over. Now, Poppy is a lovely old lady of 13 who alternates between being a sleepy old gal to an energetic pup, and she's been in her forever home for 10 years. And she looks so similar to one of my roommate's dogs who you all have not yet met. His name is Sebastian. You all have met Zoya, but Sebastian, he likes to kind of keep to himself. He doesn't like to hang out with the kids, he's a little bit older. And I respect it. I respect his space. Anyways, if you're looking to get a new member of your family, I definitely recommend to adopt and not shop. Check out your local shelters, your local humane societies, donate if you can, volunteer if you can, and don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And if you would like to see a photo of your pets here, then go ahead and send it to my email, which is in my channel description, and you will see your pets here eventually. Alright, Foxtrotters, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked that video, please hit that like button down below. If you have any good comments or suggestions, leave that down below as well. I love to read them and I love interacting with you all. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button and become a Foxtrotter. Come join the den. Den Mother would love to have you. And I'm going to link it here somewhere. My Patreon's floating around, and if you don't feel like checking that out, then no pressure. I'm just glad you came to spend some time with me. Alright, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. I had a lot of fun making it. I am planning on making a r/LuLaRoe video to actually go in between. I was going to originally do the Thrive video next, but I'm going to do r/LuLaRoe next, and then after that I'll do the Thrive video. So it's coming, just because it takes a little more work for the the in-depth ones, right? So we're going to do a ridiculous LuLaRoe one instead in the coming day, probably tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. And folks, as always, until the next video, take care.